This is Stacey Plaskett. I first want to thank the people of the Virgin Islands for the confidence you have placed in me to be your representative in Congress. I am tremendously humbled and honored to be that person. There has been much discussion for several months about our federal recovery and funding. I have operated on the mantra given to me by my parents: to square your back, do your work, and your actions will speak for you. I believe, however, the time has come for me to state my position on these issues. For the past 4 years, I have been hammering on members of Congress that there has been a benign neglect from Congress towards the territories in federal funding, formulas, technical support on execution of funding, and our most basic rights as American citizens. After the storm, it was my position that the lack or disparity in funding was in fact a significant factor in the level of devastation from the storms. That in the Virgin Islands, the level of catastrophic loss of hospitals, schools, and basic infrastructure was in part due to Congress's shortchanging of the territories. It is for that reason that I implored the governor and others to ask for funding not just to rebuild as was, but to rebuild as it should be, burying lines, hardening infrastructure, creating resilience, which was a much larger federal funding amount. Initially, I was rebuffed and actually ridiculed. The number that I thought was appropriate, however, was eventually submitted and received. Laws were changed, not by well-prepared words in testimony over 1 or 2 days, but by several months of negotiation and discussion. A group effort by the governor, members of the 32nd legislature, lobbyists, and of course me and my office. Because the fact is that the job that you have given me is to be in the halls of Congress on a daily basis, developing relationships among Republicans and Democrats, submitting bills, offering amendments, negotiating and convincing members to support us. My staff worked tirelessly to change President Trump's $43 billion requests to Congress's eventual passage of an $86 billion appropriation for disaster recovery. And the money that Congress has appropriated, put in law as eligible to the territories, will not go away if the governor of the Virgin Islands changes. There are basic projects and funding that have been contracted at this time that will continue. And thanks to your support, I will remain in Washington for the next 2 years as your representative, doing my job, fighting for the people of the Virgin Islands' share of that funding and other needs. For the next 2 years, it is my hope to work with a governor that will be inclusive, transparent, who understands our roles, willing to listen, take constructive criticism and advice. I am supporting Bryan as our next governor because I believe he will be that person. I am asking you not just to support him in this election, but to, like me, speak up and hold him as a governor accountable to his promises and the ideals he has spoken of. We must work together. We must all move as one, because this is about us. This is about people, not politics. Thank you, and God bless the Virgin Islands.